Huskies fans, and welcome to another installment of the Husky Grappler, bringing you up-to-date news of your St. Cloud State University wrestling team. Alongside Travis Holt, I'm John Peterson. Another #1 ranking for your St. Cloud State Huskies as the preseason rankings just came out. A couple of wrestlers on top of their respective classes, as James Plesky, #1 at 149 pounds, Vince Dietz, #1 at 197, and Brett Velasquez, #2 at 125 pounds. That's just a few of your wrestlers that are nationally ranked at their respective weight classes. So far, your St. Cloud State Huskies had their black and red classic with another banner raised in the rafters of Hallenbach Hall. That's 3 out of the last 4 years. Can't say it enough, as your St. Cloud State Huskies have had 2 open tournaments and 1 duel in the books so far for this 2018-2019 campaign. We started out things in Mitchell, South Dakota at the Dakota Wesleyan Open. 13 Huskies made it to the finals with only 2 weight classes not having a Huskies in the finals. And Travis, there's been a lot of good things so far, and let's start talking about that Dakota Wesleyan Open.
So yeah, first tournament of the year. A lot of guys, kind of antsy to get back on the mat and finally compete against someone other than their own teammates. So it was a great tournament to start out with. We get a lot of matches there. Usually it's a good turnout, and like you were saying, we saw a lot of guys make their way to the finals. We're wrestling each other in these opens to really find out where we're at and what we need to do to move forward.
A lot of those matches in the finals at Dakota Wesleyan were the same matchups we had at the Black and Red Classic. After the Huskies came home from the Dakota Wesleyan Open, they had a duel against the Chadron State Eagles, #21 in the nation. A 36-9 win for the Huskies opened up a great week that included prep nights, as many high school students were in attendance to cheer on your Huskies. And 36-9, we had a lot of great matches.
It was a great environment for the guys to be part of. Like you were saying, the youth night, the prep night, lots of fans in the stands, and our guys were really excited to finally get out and get on the mat against another opponent like in a tournament, but now in a dual fashion. There's still a lot of room for improvement. Being ranked first in the country, a lot of teams might wrestle us differently. Trying to keep matches close and try to give themselves a chance to win at the end of matches, making it a little harder for us to go out and score a lot of points. But that's an obstacle we got to try to overcome and go out there and chase to get some bonus points.
The following Saturday, your Huskies were going to Moorhead, Minnesota for the Finn Grinniker Open, hosted by the Concordia Moorhead Cobbers. That tournament was highlighted once again from another tournament win from the #1 ranked wrestler at 197 pounds, Vince Dietz. Vince had a great tourney, and you looked at a lot of other Huskies that had great open tournaments so far. One named Joey Bianchini. This is his 3rd open tournament, picking up a open tournament win at Rochester, and then at Dakota Wesleyan being one of those Huskies in the finals, and then having a great showing, bouncing back from a tough defeat in the winner's bracket, but coming back and getting 3rd place. A great showing for the boys.
Yeah, we saw a lot of guys showing their ability to bounce back in tournaments. Picking up a loss early in the tournament, we kind of want to see what they're made of. If they're going to be a man about it, and go back and fight for 3rd place. Come the end of the year, that's really important at the national tournament. That's what we've won. National titles in the past is what we do on the backside after we've lost. Coach Costanza always says, if you can't get what you want, you got to get the next best thing. So it's something we really try to instill in the guys, that they're coming back fighting for that 3rd place.
Up next for your St. Cloud State Huskies, there's 2 opens and 1 duel is in the books. The NSIC season will start early once again this year, as your St. Cloud State Huskies will travel to Marshall, Minnesota to take on the Mustangs of Southwest Minnesota State. There's no rest for the weary. Right after that, in a couple days, they'll go straight to Newberry, South Carolina, as they will compete for the 2nd straight year in the Newberry duels. So just like that, we're going to have at least 4 duels right off the bat within a span of 3 days.
We're going to see some teams that we usually don't see throughout the year. Like a Western State or Newberry, different teams of high caliber Division II wrestling, and give our guys a different style than what they may be seeing here in the Midwest. So I know a lot of our guys look forward to it. getting to fly on a plane and travel with a bunch of their best buds. I know they're excited to try and get the job done down there as well.
So far in this season, like I said, 2 opens, 1 duel. You've got 4 duels coming at you here after the Thanksgiving break. But how is the health so far?
We've been struggling with some injuries, trying to keep guys healthy on and off the mat. But for the most part, the guys are overcoming those injuries pretty well, and we're able to bounce back and fight adversity as we're pushing forward coming into these duels.
It's kind of a difficult thing about semester number 1 is when you have the Thanksgiving break and the Christmas break right in the middle of all of that competition. So as a former wrestler for St. Cloud State, when you have your Thanksgiving break, but you have to come right back if you are wrestling with that traveling team, you have to come back and know that I have 4 duels right ahead of me. And then right after the Newberry duels, St. Cloud State will be home against Minot State. So as I said before, no rest for the weary.
Coming back after something like a Thanksgiving break or the winter break, it's really just it's a mindset. When you go into those breaks, you got to know that you can't just take it off, whether it's a 5-day or 10-day break. It's really important to push forward, keep extending your cardio, and keep pushing that wall down. Otherwise, it's really easy to lose your progress in 10 days. So with your cardio and then as well as your weight management as well. So it's really easy to come back heavy after a Thanksgiving dinner. So.
After the December 5th duel against Minot State, it's a Wednesday night, fans. So this year we will have Minot State and Southwest Minnesota State 2 NSIC duels before the second semester starts. But Minot State will be a Wednesday. Then after that we'll have the annual Holiday Inn Husky Open. So more competition coming at you after the Thanksgiving break. So for all your up-to-date news and updates for your St. Cloud State University wrestling team, follow us on Twitter at SCSU Huskies _WR, or follow us on Facebook. Until then, he's Travis Holt. I'm John Peterson, wishing you happy holidays from St. Cloud State University wrestling team.